Good morning, everybody. You join me here in Brampton. Today we're transiting up to Aberdeen. After a successful trip yesterday, we was able to navigate up from the Midlands, so all the way up the M6 to junction 43. Then we'll do is go up to Aberdeen now to go and get the Northlink Ferry to cross to Shetland.
We arrived into Aberdeen late afternoon and was quickly onboarded onto our ferry, the Rossi. Operated by Northlink Ferries, the overnight service would leave Aberdeen Harbour, making its way up along the coastline, heading towards Kirkwall in Orkney for its first stop at around 11 in the evening. From there, we departed about 11:45, running all the way through to Lerwick in Shetland, arriving at about 7 in the morning. We opted for the Magnus Lounge upgrade, which provides complimentary drinks, snacks, and also the two-course meal option in the restaurant area. We also was able to use the cinema. After a good breakfast, we arrived into Lerwick, the capital of the Shetland mainland. From here, we were greeted by our tour guide, who gave us a very informed tour of Lerwick. Thereafter, we were able to drive down to Scalloway, the ancient capital of Shetland. Here, we was able to wander around, look at the harbour, and the weather started to improve, a sign of what was to come tomorrow. The Mousa ferry has been run by the same family for many generations and is well worth taking this passenger-only service across to the Isle of Mousa. On Mousa there is the 2,500-year-old Iron Age Broch. An interesting structure. Nobody knows exactly how it was used, but most probably it was used for accommodation and storage, noting the two cavity walls which provide the strength and structure for the Broch to withstand the violent weather that ensues during the winter months on this isle. Today we decided to head right up north to the most northerly point accessible by car on the island of Unst, namely the Hermaness Nature Reserve. This is adjacent to the Mucklefluga outcrop and lighthouse, which is the most northerly point of the United Kingdom. The journey involved taking a ferry from the Shetland mainland across to the island of Yell, driving across Yell, which is quite barren, all the way through to the other side of Yell, and then a second ferry to go from Yell to Unst. Sumburgh Head is found on the very southernmost tip of the main island of Shetland. Sumburgh Head is adjacent to Jarlshof, which is a prehistoric site only discovered last century as a result of a violent winter storm uncovering this prehistoric site of
Slightly crazy. There you go. That's that way of the runway. And there's the other side of the runway. Crazy.
Oh, that's you.
Finally, we're able to stop at Quendale Mill and be able to look around this very interesting museum of curiosities. We took the ferry from Lerwick to the Isle of Bressay, hoping to then go onwards to the Isle of Noss. However, the weather had other ideas, and it was not safe to be taking a dinghy out into the open water with such strong winds. However, we enjoyed a very nice walk, a strenuous walk across the heath and bogs. And then returned back to Lerwick via the ferry. blessed with a sunny day, we decided to visit the fabulous St Ninians Isle. St Ninians Isle is a small tide island connected by the largest tombolo in the UK, comprising of sand approximately 500 metres long. During the summer, the causeway is above sea level and accessible to walkers, but during winter, strong wave action can remove sand from the beach such that it's usually covered completely at high tide. The isle is also famous for its treasure find, a collection of silver discovered on the 12th century chapel site in 1958 by a local schoolboy. The weather turned on our final day on the Shetland Isle. So we visited the Scalloway Museum seeking shelter, and then a drive out to Walls where the Fowler ferry goes from, and then down to Sandness where it continued to be very windy and very rainy. Thereafter, late afternoon, we was able to check in at the Homegarth ferry terminal. Once arriving into a very sunny Aberdeen, we were then able to break up the transit journey down to Hexham by a small detour to Stirling Castle, where the weather caught up with us and another day of rain and cloud.
Good morning. You join me outside the Bose Hotel just near Hexham, next door to a very famous pottery. Today is the last day of our holiday and XJ40 has done very well. We've done just over 1,200 miles and we're just on the final leg of our holiday now. We're transiting back home down to the Midlands. I think by the time we're done, probably about 1,300 plus miles covered over the last week and a half. But XJ40 has done very, very well. No issues at all, despite some of the windy and rainy weather. And hopefully here's till the next holiday with XJ40. Looking forward to that.